Christ, man.
First and foremost,
Holy shit.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Homestuck. Yes.
Birthday.
Happy birthday. In fact, we have a lovely special guest in the studio today for 413. Everybody say hi to John Egbert.
Who is in the studio with us right now.
Say hi, John.
Oh, John.
Classic John Egbert. That was crazy.
Man.
He unlocks dialogue later on in the story as an ability in game. That is real.
Huh.
Yeah, he unlocks the ability to talk later on.
You guys couldn't hear it because it was just text and we read it.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool. What classic John Egbert. John, thank you for that excellent contribution. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Hey, everybody. Happy anniversary. Happy 413. How does it feel, E.T., for your very first Homestuck day? Your very first Homestuck anniversary?
I'm so excited.
How are you excited for it to be the Homestuck anniversary in 2 days, actually? Because we're recording this 2 days beforehand.
Well, I did it with a closed time loop thing.
Oh, okay. You've already experienced it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Do they announce Hive Swap Pack 3?
Oh, man. If I tell you, it could affect if they do.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. You know what? Understandable.
But, yeah, I came back.
Tell that joke again, but with E.T.
No. Delete all of it.
I actually will. Literally just say that again, but with E.T.
Yeah. So I'm future E.T. who's filling in for past E.T. who is just kind of sitting here. He's doing a thing right now, so that's why he's not here. But I watched Con Air, and now we're gonna talk about it.
Oh boy, fucking did we! Before we get into Con Air, because holy shit, there's a lot to talk about in Con Air. 413, pretty cool. If you want to be even cooler, you should check out the Discord server. It's underneath the fucking. It's in the description. You can check out the GrubCast Patreon, where we have 3 lovely people giving us money on the Patreon. We got Mia, we got Toby, Class Spec Expert, and we have my Homestuck Dante, the man, the myth, the legend himself. I still have not talked to him.
Really?
No, he's not in the server or anything. My Homestuck Dante is just a mystery.
Dude who just enjoys the cast.
And I appreciate it. They shout out to my Homestuck Dante.
My Homestuck.
After this episode goes up, you listener, the day you're listening to this, if you're listening to it the day it comes out, after this goes up, today at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I am going to be streaming FriendSim 2. Because it's going to come out in 413, and I'm going to be streaming it for a special 413 live stream. I'm going to be showing off any 413 projects that people in the GrubCast Discord server have done. If they send any to me, I don't know. We'll see if they do. But if they do, I'm going to show it on live stream. It's going to be cool. It's going to be a whole thing. E.T. can't be there because he has to work. Sorry. Future
E.T. can, but I have to go help past E.T. fight a thing. So
yeah, fair enough. So
it's kind of convoluted.
That's going to be a lovely little GrubCast 413 celebration. Make sure to check all that shit out. Oh, fuck. We have a fan art I need to show you.
Ooh.
I forgot about it for last episode. From Sunny Flower in the Discord server. They have drawn us. I have to assume with a mouse. Look at. There's me. There's you.
Ooh, yes.
I have to assume that they drew this with a mouse, like in MS Paint.
You're gonna hurt their feelings. They spent hours on that. Drawing it by hand.
I don't know. It's possible.
But
that could be their masterpiece.
To me, it's beautiful and I love it.
It is pretty fucking awesome. There we go. That was it. They're in the Discord server. You could just say hi. I don't have a Twitter to link to, so take that, Sonny. You little gremlin. That's it.
Little grublin.
Did I say all the things? Did I talk about all the things?
Patreon. You should show the art. Yeah, I think.
Based.
I think we're good.
Oh, go check E.T.'s music. It's in the description and all the other things. All right, cool. Fucking Con Air, bro.
All right.
Holy shit, man.
Now that we ate our veggies, some sweet dessert.
Yes.
The beautiful movie Con Air, the best movie ever made.
Do you have notes?
No.
How did you even take those when you were watching the movie?
This is just a plot summary, so I can know where to go.
All right, yeah. E.T., you've seen this movie before.
Yes, my mom is a big fan of cheesy movies, and I have been watching them since the dawn of time. Con Air, fan favorite.
It's fucking incredible. I have seen it for the first time here. So I've seen all the reference to it in Homestuck many a time, and I've just thought they were funny, and I'd never seen the movie they were from until right now.
Now they hold so much more weight.
Oh my goodness.
Now you get it.
It's actually beautiful.
Put that bunny
back
in the
back
box.
in the fucking box. Oh, we're gonna talk about that shit.
All right. So
we got a bit of a role reversal here.
oh yeah. I'm gonna be more leading things just because I'm a Con Air and cheesy movie expert.
And I'm the wide-eyed enthusiast. My mind being blown like a child on the first day of school.
So now we're going to discuss Con Air. We
fuck yes.
arrive in beautiful. It looks like Washington, but probably like near Alabama somewhere.
Just kind of vague America. Whatever.
In the most American city you can imagine. Our beautiful Cameron Poe, but we're going to address as Nick Cage.
Yeah, he's just Nick Cage. I barely remember any of the actual names of the characters in this movie. I remember Cyrus the Virus, bad guy. I remember Dear Sweet Casey.
Diamond
Diamond
Droog
Droog is in this movie.
And what was it?
Diabetes Man.
He's
a guy with diabetes. That's his character.
Creepy Johnny 13 or something.
Johnny Rapist. He's a guy. He does bad things to women. That's his. This movie is about a bunch of criminals.
Yeah. It's kind of like you mentioned it earlier. It's kind of like Snakes on a Plane, if you've ever seen that.
It's Snakes on a Plane, but the snakes are people who have been in trouble with the law.
So just replace anytime. Oh, honestly, you could just watch Snakes on a Plane and replace anytime they say snakes with con men or criminals, and then you're good.
Yeah, basically, it's the same movie.
So yeah, in the most American place you can imagine, our friend Nick Cage is getting honorably discharged. He's just gonna, go see his wife after all those many years on tour.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage is in the military. He's done his shit. This happens so fast. I mean, what we're gonna talk about, the setup of this movie, it happens within the first 5 minutes. Nicolas Cage gets discharged from the army. He's done. He did it. Everyone loves him. He did such a good job in the army. He goes home, kisses his wife once, and then they go outside and immediately get jumped, and then Nicolas Cage fucking kills a guy.
This has all happened before the credits have stopped rolling.
Yeah, we're jumping right into it immediately.
He gets into a fight with 3 dudes and kicks all their asses. I think a common thing in action movies is, just make him an ex-military guy so he's skilled at combat. We don't have to explain why he's good at that.
And I don't think they understand, I don't think the military is just you now become Jackie Chan.
Yeah, you're not extremely trained in
they give you a gun and they
combat.
teach you how to shoot it, and they kind of make sure you're, generally fit, and then they go, all right, go get him.
Go get him. But in movie world, they train you in the martial arts of kicking ass.
Yeah. They turn you into John Wick in the military.
Still, before the credits have finished scrolling by, now we find out, oh man, our buddy Nick Cage, after kicking all those dudes' asses, accidentally killed one and is now being charged for manslaughter. Oof. He goes to jail for about 10 years.
I said 8 years. He gets out on parole after 8. It doesn't fucking matter. Whatever.
It's a very important detail. But after nearing a decade of time, we get a montage of him just kind of learning Spanish and doing origami in prison.
10 years in this movie takes place in 30 seconds.
And then finally, after he gets paroled, the final credits roll and we're actually in the movie.
Yeah. I assumed this movie took place while he was in prison. No, he's done. It's over.
He's on his ride home.
The fact that he got put in jail only matters as a justification to get him on the plane with the other bad men.
He honestly could have been in jail for jaywalking and been there for 3 days.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, get on this plane.
Oh my fucking goodness.
So what are your thoughts on old Nicky Cage?
Nicolas Cage in this movie, first off, fucking incredible performance from Nicolas Cage. He has this southern drawl the whole movie that does not sound right.
And he speaks in these quaint anecdotes.
Yeah. He shows no emotion at all. And he's another character in the long traditional line of white guy with family. And that's kind of his character. If you've seen a movie called Skyscraper, it's a really shit movie. It falls into the same thing where You don't need to have a character of your own as long as you just have a family and they know that you love your family very much, and that's it. That's your character, and that's Nicolas Cage in this movie.
And he's the super Boy Scout. He spent all his time in prison, assumingly not learning any crime stuff like most prisoners do. He just spent it doing really cute stuff like origami, and now he's like, all right, I finally am gonna get to go home with my buddy. His name's like Odell or like
Diabetes Man.
O-Dog or something, but we're just gonna call him Diabetes Man.
That's his one character trait in this movie, is that he has diabetes.
And
this is plot crucial. Like,
yeah, it's very
he has
important.
diabetes, and if he doesn't get his insulin shot, he will die. And he spends most of the movie slowly going into shock without getting his insulin. Like, that's what he does in this movie.
If it weren't for,
And then he gets shot later, but he doesn't die.
If he wasn't diabetic, this movie couldn't happen.
Kinda, yeah.
Like, that's like his whole reason is like, I'm gonna stay on this plane because I can't let this man I've connected to over the years.
No, the movie ends 30 minutes in if his friend wasn't diabetic.
It's like, oh, so they're on the plane with a bunch of criminals, and like each criminal gets their own like intro scene, like it's a heist movie. Even though most of them end up either not saying anything or being important at all, or just dying, really.
Yeah, they just kind of die. What fucking... We'll talk about the criminals. Basically, yeah, they go on a plane. They're like, all right, we're going to move a bunch of criminals around. We're going to move a bunch of dangerous criminals to another fucking place. Also, Nicolas Cage, you're just going to kind of hitch a ride to this other place to go meet your wife because you're about to be out on parole, and that's fine.
I don't understand why they needed Diabetes Man and Nick Cage to be on a plane with all these serious, like, lifer
it was just
death
convenient,
sentence.
I guess.
It just makes the movie happen. So,
yeah,
so
it's fine. We just hand wave it. We're in the movie. They're on the plane. What villains matter? The main villain is
Cyrus the Virus.
Cyrus the Virus. He's a bald man who's genuinely one of the only good parts of the movie.
Yeah, honestly.
He's kind of like a great villain, actually.
I think that actor pulls his weight of making everyone on the team seem scary, because even if they're not scary, he planned it, so it's fine. There's some backroot way he figured out that, oh, these guys are perfect.
It's legitimately... The rest of the movies, it's all bullshit. It doesn't matter. It's it's god awful, but it's also the best. Like just to be clear, all of you guys watching this, fuck up my analytics, destroy my analytics. Go watch Con Air. It's fucking, and get a friend while you do it. Watching this movie is like a beautiful viewing experience.
It's too much fun.
It's the most movie ever. It's the most amount of movie that could ever be put into a movie. And it's not good, but god damn is it fun. But Cyrus is genuinely a good villain, and he's there.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. Who else is there?
What else? Who else matters?
Who else matters? There's not a lot. Diamonds Droog is also, he's a
big black guy with a gun, and he's basically like, I'm evil, but I'm gonna follow Cyrus's instructions until later I'm gonna betray him, but then he never does, so it doesn't
never
matter.
gets the chance.
Yeah, like that's his character. There's I guess a cross-dresser, I think is what that guy's supposed to be.
Yeah,
because that's not a lady. I don't
Sally
think.
Can't Dance is
Sally
the name of that character.
So she's just like a weirdly transphobic, like cross-dresser character.
Yeah,
who doesn't do anything.
They don't do anything other than like
put on a dress,
and
dance occasionally. They hand her a gun, but she doesn't do anything with it.
Other than just being like, oh, I'm the guy in prison that is feminine, I guess, or maybe like identifies as a woman. Like they don't really have a character
at all. but her character is, I'm a lady. But
I'm a lady.
But this is 1997, so she's not really a lady, guys. That would be crazy.
That'd be so wacky.
That'd be so wacky if you could just decide to be the other gender. Wouldn't that be crazy, guys? Surely nothing like that could happen in the future.
Though I do
Smash cut 25 years later.
I do like that if the character was supposed to be a trans character, no one in the movie identifies them as anything else.
Yeah,
like no one even roasts them for being the way they are, and I thought that was cool.
It was genuinely surprising. I was like, oh, like clearly she's kind of in there to like be weird, and it's kind of played off as like this crazy persona.
Yeah,
but I mean, nobody calls him on it. Nobody's like, you're actually a dude. Fuck you. Like, it's a surprisingly not.
Everyone calls them a lady. And
it says
them as
not
such.
Transphobic as you can be for being in 1997.
Yes,
genuinely impressive.
Genuinely impressive. Very true. All the criminals. There's other criminals, and if they become important for like a split second, we'll bring it up.
Yeah, but
they all
whatever.
just get shoved in a plane.
There's a murderer guy, he dies. There's another murderer guy, he doesn't. There's another murderer guy who... we already talked about Rapey Man.
Yeah, creepy rapey guy.
Doesn't really matter that
Played
much.
by Johnny Trejo, who I think is a really good actor.
Yeah, he does a great job of being this...
Being a creep.
Being a really creepy guy. When he gets set on fire, someone screams out, "Shit, man, the last of the Mohicans is burning!"
Actually, that was a different character.
It was fucking... Wait, that was a different one?
That wasn't Johnny
Shit.
Trejo. Yeah. You've been outed.
Fuck, no. Wait, no, because that was...
No, because when Pinball is trying to get back on the plane, he sees the guy that he did burn who has like bandages and shit from his burns.
Oh, you're right. I genuinely thought that was the same character.
No.
Over the course of the whole movie. I think it has less to do with and more just, neither of them really matter that much, and they barely show up.
They barely have any like other characteristics other than like, oh yeah, I'm a guy.
I'm
who
a
is
guy,
criminal.
and I'm on a plane, and I do bad things sometimes. And both of them have their race called out specifically by other characters.
The movie's not transphobic. It is racist.
It is a little racist. Yeah, this movie's a little bit racist.
So yeah, they all get on a plane. Cyrus, the mastermind villain, has already spent months studying the plane they were going to be on. He's already figured out where everything is going to be, how it's going to work. He's got the anarchist cookbook to make some explosives. He's super set.
Yeah, the idea is that this is essentially a prison break. Cyrus has he has help from the outside, and he has a bunch of prison boys that they're going to hijack this plane in the middle of transport, and they're gonna break out of prison, essentially.
Yeah.
And escape.
Wow, prison break movie in the sky, huh?
Yeah, that's literally what this is. This is a prison break movie, but in a plane.
Yeah, so...
And Cyrus, yeah, you're right. Cyrus has just been planning... Fuck, you're right. I just remembered.
He's been planning
Cyrus
this
has
for a while.
A shit ton of papers in his... Okay, wait. So Cyrus is genuinely smart.
Yeah, he's genius level intelligence.
Why the fuck didn't he burn all his shit? He had the stuff to make a bomb to blow up...
I guess he was
thinking... Wait, why was the bomb there?
I guess he was thinking if someone found all my schematics and shit, they would also find this bomb that says "do not open," and them being cops are for sure going to open it and blow up all the evidence.
Why not just burn it?
Why not get rid of it?
And now you're even more inconspicuous. Literally, they don't get caught if he didn't leave all his papers lying behind in his cell. If he didn't leave all the shit that was like, here's how I'm gonna plan how to hijack this plane, just behind in his cell, then no one would have found them.
He's like the Riddler. He just can't help it. He's like, I gotta leave some like super sick
Cyrus
clue.
Is kind of like the Riddler, actually.
I gotta leave
but like
some,
worse and bald.
I gotta leave some super intricate clue that like if someone was on my brain level, they could figure it out and then maybe stop me. But I'm smarter, so I'll stop them at that.
And those papers get found by Marshall, police guy,
Vic, policeman.
We're gonna call him police friend.
Yeah, police friend. If you saw the movie, you know who we're talking about.
Yeah, there's police friend, and he's like, we gotta stop this plane. I have guards and shit on board the plane that are being held hostage. And then you have police asshole, and police asshole says, I blow it up. And police asshole is objectively correct.
Yeah, honestly, that would just be the better option.
Yeah, genuinely just blow it up.
Blow it up in a place where there's no civilian casualties.
And it's like, well, I mean, shit.
They all signed a no hostage contract, which
they say that as well. He literally just says, like, all of these people signed a no hostage contract, just fucking blow it up. And then the police friend says, no, I fucking human life or whatever.
But they're my agents, I can't.
I don't give a shit. So... Another way already that the movie just shouldn't have happened. That's like, what, 3?
just in the first little bit we're talking about.
Yeah, but like the movie just shouldn't happen still.
There's they pull a lot of strings to make it happen. There's a lot of plot holes. If you're looking for a good, logically consistent story,
holy fuck, run.
You are in the wrong
Get
place.
Out.
Do not watch Con Air. If you're looking for a fun action adventure with Nick Cage being Nick Cage,
being himself, then
you are but Southern, then you are perfectly you're not even ready for how much fun you're gonna have then.
Okay, they're on the plane, being on the plane. Mm-hmm. They have to refuel. They have to refuel? No, they have to drop prisoners off. So they're still at this point. They haven't yet been found out. They essentially stop where they're scheduled to stop, and they send some people off to pretend to be the prisoners that that they need to drop off at that point.
Mhm.
They pick up some more prisoners. One of which happens to be a pilot, so that's also pretty convenient, I suppose.
It was super handy that they picked up the one pilot prisoner that they needed.
And then that's when they... Is that when they find the papers?
I think that's when they found the papers, because that's when they start like radioing back in and stuff. But
yeah, because that's when they send all the cop cars to be like, fucking shoot that plane.
Oh, they're there. Get them. That's not a plane. Those are convicts.
Yeah.
Stop them.
Who's the guy that gets left behind?
Pinball.
Played
by Dave Chappelle.
Wait, that's Dave. You're right. Wait, fuck. Wait, you're right.
Pinball is playing a crack. Dave Chappelle's playing a crackhead, which is this thing he's very known to do. He's got the role for it. He's figured it out. He plays Pinball the crackhead who sneaks in explosives through his stomach, like a flammable liquid, and then sets somebody on fire to cause the initial release of all the convicts and let Cyrus out so he can start manhandling the plane and all the guards. Yeah,
he takes the transponder, brings it to somewhere with a different plane.
Yeah, he takes the tracking device and puts it in just a different airborne plane. He was like, this one's probably gonna fly somewhere, right? Yeah. Turns it on, and then while he was doing that, starts hitting on another chick that's there, and has to. He gets too wrapped up in hitting on her, and then the plane goes awry because
the police just found out that they're all bad men.
Mm-hmm. And they start rushing in. He's like, "Oh fuck, my plane's leaving!" And he tries to chase after him, and then he goes missing for a while. And we're like, "Oh shit, I guess Pinball just got arrested or didn't quite catch the plane."
Later on. Doesn't he get sucked into the landing gear?
Yeah, what happens is he gets caught in the landing gear, and they have to go figure out how to get it up, and that's when Nick Cage, the expert genius, finds the one Sharpie that was in in Pinball's suit.
Because all their stuff is in the plane below them, including Nicolas Cage's notes from his family and the bunny rabbit, the infamous bunny rabbit that John has in the comic.
Yeah, he has that exact.
Exact bunny. Because that's they isn't that what they say in the note is like, I got you the actual bunny rabbit from the movie.
Mm-hmm, yeah, he says there's like a piece of paper that it's like a certificate of authenticity or something.
So that bunny rabbit that we see in this movie, John Egbert has.
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
Right?
Oh my god, that's so good.
The stories that bunny could tell.
Oh, the stories that bunny will tell later on in Homestuck.
What?
No.
Pinball, the crackhead, gets caught up in the landing gear, and they gotta fix it so they can fly faster. Diamond's Droog talks Nick Cage into coming down there and fixing it, and he writes a note on Pinball's t-shirt before he drops him out of the plane over a very populated city.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. he just writes a note on Pinball and like, throws him out.
"Dear police friend, we're gonna go over here. I found out. Please send the cops."
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And then drops his dead body out, and he's just,
oh no!
And he lands on some dude's car and causes a 16-car pileup in the middle of an intersection.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, wait, fuck. There are lots of points in this movie where civilians should just die, and it's not dwelled on at all.
No, they either don't say anything about it or assume that they miraculously survived.
Wow, that's crazy that no one died in the 16-car pileup because of the dead body. And that's when they say, like, "Hey, police friend, you gotta come over here. Your name's written all over it."
What does that body have to do with me? Your name's written all over. They also love cheesy puns.
Love cheesy puns in this movie. They make tons of airline jokes, like fucking Cyrus takes over the plane and he's like, "This is your captain speaking now." Like, ha ha ha, that's so funny. They made a plane joke.
He's not actually your captain.
That's crazy.
He's a convict. Crazy.
And then that's where and then he says the title of the movie. He goes, "Welcome to Con Air." And I'm like, oh, he said the line. He did.
Roll credits.
Fuck yes. It's like that clip from Family Guy where he says, "I need to become Superman 4, the quest for truth." And Peter's like, that's why they call it that.
Oh. Actually, I think Con Airs are an actual thing. They just transport prisoners that way.
Oh.
And he was just making a pun on that. Welcome to Con Air.
My fake airline that I just made up.
Mm-hmm.
They throw the dead body out. The police friend talks to police asshole, I think. And it's like, "We gotta go over here." And then police asshole's like, "No, we're following the other plane."
He's like, no, like legit, I have a note from inside the plane that they are not going to be in that plane, I promise you. And they're just like, no, you're a fucking lame nerd. See you later, police friend.
And police friend, I guess, read like Nicolas Cage's file and just said Nicolas Cage is Nicolas Cage, so I trust him now.
Yeah, he was like, he's just a guy who's just caught up in the wrong place, wrong time. He had a chance to get off and he didn't.
Which, if I was him, I would have just thought that meant, oh, okay, so he's just deciding to make a run for it. Like, I wouldn't have thought that Nicolas Cage stayed on for a reason. I would have thought, oh, so Nicolas Cage changed his mind and is now a bad guy.
Oh, now
I wouldn't have assumed that Nicolas Cage is like our inside man.
But my thing is, I guess he was reasoning off of like, oh yeah, he's already not like these other life inmates who are not going to get a chance. He was going to get out today, and if he would have left, he would have just gone home. I
guess that's fair.
But
sure, I just think the jump from no one is on our team to Nicolas Cage is definitely hashtag our guy.
He's our hero.
Yeah,
it does seem like a jump, and I feel like.
But whatever, it doesn't matter. Con Air.
Yeah, you're thinking too much about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking too much about this fucking movie. It doesn't matter. Oh my goodness, fuck.
Let me think. What's the next thing that goes down?
Well, Nicolas Cage is on the plane. All the criminals are on the plane and they're doing bad shit, and the rapey guy starts being creepy towards the girl guard they have tied up, and Nicolas Cage says, "Stop it!" And then Cyrus also says, "Stop it!" And he gives Nicolas Cage a kiss.
I'm glad Cyrus also doesn't like rapists, because if he didn't have a problem with rapists, man,
yeah, he'd be a much less fun villain.
Things would have been really bad. Yeah, at least he has a line.
He has principles to some extent.
Like we can see that he's not just evil. We're fucking.
He's not like an anime villain laughing it up. He's like, come on, man, fuck,
dude, bro,
stop that,
quit it.
We're trying to escape right now. You're being an asshole.
After that, after all of that, they finally land in their rendezvous point, which is supposed to be just an isolated bit of land that's like an hour away from the police.
Yeah, they're landing there to meet up with like their outside help guy.
Yeah, who's supposed to give them a plane to freedom, and I believe is connected through both him and a character, the shady guy that like jumped ship. He's like his name is Cindino.
Fucking Christ. The racism is back.
Yeah.
The only Mexican on the plane just happens to be like coordinated with this whole like Mexican crime network that is going to help them escape. Which, Jesus fucking Christ.
They land there.
Police friend is there.
Police friend's there.
Police friend steals police asshole's car.
He's like, man, I gotta get a fast car. And he steals police asshole's car, drives it all the way to wherever the heck in bumfuck nowhere. And he just kind of looks around, does some really weird stuff. He goes to the tower, there's a dead guy there, and they're like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, the tower guy's dead. Which I guess is because
I'm guessing...
what is this called?
Cindino?
Cindino, I guess, killed the people that were normally there. So that way they wouldn't be told, like, hey, all the criminals are here.
Mm-hmm, yeah, like his gang was like, all right, kill those guys.
But luckily, police friend is there, and he's just kind of exist around for a while. He's just gonna kind of be around in there
until he becomes plot relevant.
Yeah, he's just kind of hanging out for now. Nicolas Cage and all the other criminals get off the plane and stand around? What are they doing?
They had to crash land the plane, so they're currently digging it out of the dirt.
No, they're not doing that yet, because that's only once they find out they still... I guess they're just waiting for Cindino to get there.
They're waiting for their plane to get there. And once they wait a while and they're like, oh man, it's not coming. Oh god, the cops are coming.
Oh fuck, all the cops are here, and they're driving towards us for a while.
They gotta figure out a new plan, so they start digging out their old plane, trying to get that ready. They set up a booby trap where they can finally, if the cops do finally get to them before they can get out of there, they can trap them all in there and blow it up with a bunch of explosions and action and
there's
propane.
A lot of explosions and actions and propane. Oh, creepy murder man makes friends with a child.
Oh yeah, while that's going on, creepy murder guy, there's an even creepier guy. His name's like Garland Green. He's supposed to be known for like super murdering like a shit ton of people.
He killed like 30 people, I think they say, and He says at one point, he's like, I killed a girl, and then I wore her head as a hat as I drove through 3 states.
3 different
and he's
states
just like this, like, quiet, like, white dude that's just kind of crazy, and he just kind of sits there.
He seems very intelligent, but, like, very analytical, I guess.
We're just going to call him Redditor.
Redditor. Like
Redditor...
He doesn't have any real character. He doesn't really do anything to the movie. He just kind of exists in it.
He just kind of exists. And then he goes and sits in a pool with a child. It's like an empty pool, and she has like a tea set up. And this kid's like, "Hey, creepy man, want to come sit at my tea set and play tea?" And he goes, "Okay." And then they sing, and the whole time you're like, "Oh
my god, he's gonna kill this girl,
super dead.
He's gonna murder her super hard."
And they play tea. And then they sing like Bible school songs.
Yeah.
Is Nick Cage Christian in this movie?
I think so.
He says at one point to Diabetes Man, he's like, "I'm gonna prove to you that God is real by getting you insulin."
Would you think a majority of Americans are Christian?
At the time this was out, yes.
Then yeah, Nick Cage is Christian then.
I think he's just meant to be like the most generic possible action hero person.
You just want Nick Cage to just be whatever the demographic is at the time. You want him to just love him.
Yeah.
So he's essentially just like super American,
true American hero,
altruistic, Christian, good old boy,
freedom, and protecting his family that he loves very much, but also doing the right thing.
And he's still sassy about it. Like he's not a stick in the mud about it.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, he's sassy about it, and he kills people. And he also is not racist, which good on Nicolas Cage for not being racist.
That is a plus. We almost missed the Homestuck. I believe it's.
Oh, did it happen while they were on the plane?
I believe it was.
Oh my goodness! Yes, that's where it happened. They're on the way to land, and the guy goes down below and reads the notes in Nicolas Cage's box, and he says, "You're fucking on parole. You're not a real criminal, man.
You were gonna get out today.
I'm gonna kill you." And then Nicolas Cage says, "Put the bunny back in the box." And then he says, "No, what the fuck?
No, what do you?" I don't think he addresses it. He's just like, "Hey, yo, you're a bitch.
I'm gonna kill you now." Because does he have a gun?
No, I think they just fist fight.
Oh yeah, they just have a fist fight. But Nicolas Cage, he says it again. He goes, "Put the bunny back in the box." And then they fight. They didn't, and they fight. And then while they fight, they just so happen to like kick up a pipe?
Yeah, just some inner bits of plane.
How? How is the pipe so flimsy that it can bend upwards, but also
solid enough
to just completely stab the guy? Because that's what they do. Nicolas Cage like throws him onto a pipe, and then like the pipe just fucking stabs him, and he dies instantly. Like there's no scream or anything, because if he screamed, then everyone would know that Nicolas Cage killed him. So he just doesn't.
And then
for some reason, and then Nicolas Cage says, "Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?"
Come on, that's all. If you would have done that, you'd be alive right now. But yeah. Then he comes back up, sits with Diabetes Man and the Redditor, and the Redditor's like, 2 people went down, only one comes up.
Oh, that's pretty crazy. And then Nicolas Cage says, "Shut up, you're cringe.
Shut the fuck up."
And that's when they land, and they do all the landing things, and where the fuck were we when we land? There's so much that happens in this movie.
So much to keep track
dense.
of. I want to apologize. This is not going to be at all a perfect retelling. We suggest you watch Con Air, and then listen to us just fucking gab about it.
Even after you listen to us, you should still go watch it.
Yeah. Honestly, you should watch it. Even if you hate, I said earlier, if you are looking for all that, forget all that. Just watch it anyway.
You should just watch it no matter what.
It's a fun time. Don't think about it, but it's a fun time.
You will have fun. There's no version of watching this movie where you won't have fun. I guarantee it.
One dude's name is Con Number 1.
Oh, is that the seating chart?
Yeah.
Send me the seating chart.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, they're in the desert. All the cops are coming. Nicolas Cage is trying to find a needle he's trying to find a needle for Diabetes Man. So he rolls underneath a truck, and underneath the truck there's a guy who's just there, and Nicolas Cage says, "Hi." can you show me? Did you know where like I could get a needle or something? And he goes, yeah, there's a first aid kit over there. And he's like, sick, thanks, trucker guy. Bye. And then he goes.
Yeah. So
yeah,
the dude who was supposed to be like the intel guy that helped them get the plane to their rendezvous point, he cheats them and runs in the middle of while everyone's digging up the plane and gets with his gang and tries to hightail it out of there.
How the fuck does he not get shot during that? He's running across open space.
It doesn't even seem like anyone reacts.
No one even notices.
They were just
he's just like pulling the plane out and then he just runs.
And yeah, they hop on the plane. Police friend's there. Nick Cage and police friend kick some ass. Mostly Nick Cage.
Police friend just kind of watches Nick Cage kill like a bunch
points
of people.
a gun at the people who get kicked up, who get beat the shit out of by Nick Cage.
And they have a sick Mexican standoff, and Nick Cage says, "Tell my wife I love her." And then he goes.
And then he leaves, and he ends up in a diner that he like searches for some reason. He spends way too much time in that diner, I think.
Yeah, I just kind of didn't register
loitering.
that happening. He just kind of hangs out in a diner while he waits for shit to go down for the other criminals on the plane to fuck with the police that are showing up.
Yeah.
Which, oh my god. They start blowing, everything explodes. Everything fucking explodes very quickly. They're throwing like propane tanks at like police cars and blowing them up. Oh my god! Yeah, they just happen to have a bunch of weapons on the plane that they just like found out about.
Yeah. They mention it earlier in the movie that they are there, but at no point during the movie does anyone know that.
It is the world's quickest throwaway line, like, man, I hope no one finds those fucking guns in the plane, and then later on they do. And they blow up a bunch of police cars.
Yeah, the casualties for the police are in the bajillions. Like, it's up there.
The police get so fucked in this movie. Except for police friend, he's fine. Even though he's not trained to be like a boots on the ground man at all. He's like just kind of a detective, I guess.
Yeah, I think he's an air marshal, which is like, I don't know exactly what that is, actually. I think they just kind of like air police, but that doesn't seem like anywhere near what a ground cop would be needing to do. I imagine they most have to deal with just like a drunk occasionally.
But they need a second action hero to play second fiddle to Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, so he's just the smart type book nerd, just like, oh yeah.
Yeah, he's figuring out all the mysteries while Nick Cage is, trying to stop shit up in the air.
With his fists.
Yeah, with also guns, but mostly fists. Nick Cage he gets the needle, he runs back in, he gives diabetes man insulin, but Nicolas Cage beats up Rapey Man because he was about to try and do more bad things, but then Nicolas Cage beats him up again.
He was going to attack a female guard who we call the victim. That's really
she does nothing in this movie.
The whole of their character.
She hits Cyrus with a gun later.
And that's really important. It's
important that she does that, but it's also the only thing she does in the whole movie. The entire rest of the movie, she is tied up and is on the plane, and occasionally Rapey guy tries to do creepy things, and then Nicolas Cage says stop it, and so he doesn't. And then
he punches him, and then he beats him up a little bit, and is like, "Don't talk to women that way."
Yeah,
and then
Nicolas Cage respects women in this movie.
Yeah,
which, again, okay, yeah,
nice,
good job, 1997 movie. Nicolas Cage says rape is bad,
and then locks up a creepy guy. And
is it too late to say trigger warning rape for this episode? I feel like that
it's way too late.
Yeah, I think we might be a little too far in for that.
We need to tag that at the beginning.
I'll throw that in at the beginning or something.
Trigger warning, rape, vague racism, transphobia, possibly a whole slew of things.
just anything that would happen in 1997 happens in this movie, but like with 18 more explosions tacked onto it.
But yeah, things are really hitting their peak, just like conflict for the movie, as we fix diabetes man's diabetes, who has spent the whole of the movie, he was Nick Cage's cellmate at the beginning of the movie, and has kind of spent the whole movie being like, I'm your friend, just leave me, oh my diabetes.
And Nicolas Cage says, no, I can't leave you to your diabetes, son. I'm gonna get you some fucking needle for your insulin. And then diabetes man immediately gets shot by Cyrus and is like bleeding out.
Cyrus, Diamonds Droog and Cyrus find a letter from Nick Cage's daughter and are like, oh, yeah, it was for sure this guy who was going to get out, who told us he had 15 more years. That was all bullshit. And that's probably why...
Yeah, because they escape from the cops. They get their plane back off the ground because Sandino fucks up. They get Policeman destroys Sandino's plane, doesn't he?
Yeah, he races the plane and hops into like a forklift or maybe like
Yeah,
a
you're right.
crane
He
of some
outruns
kind.
the plane.
And then he drops a crane on the back half.
He outruns the
Like, he went from behind the plane and then ran in.
He ran past it.
Bam!
Yeah, then he drops like a fucking construction crane on it and like rips the plane in half, and then I guess they all die. I don't know.
Don't forget the huge
fuck.
line.
Cyrus blows them up with the gas station.
There's a bunch of gasoline and shit after the plane wrecked into the diner, and Cyrus takes the pilot's cigarette and is like, yeah, man, I'm gonna fucking blow you up. And the dude's like, Cy, Onara. And just say the cheesiest shit while you commit
so
casual
good.
murder.
And then they all walk away from the explosion without looking at it. Like, all, 15 of them. They're so fucking cool.
Oh, man. I gotta give it to them. The criminals are pretty badass. Like, I don't think at any point you're, rooting for them. But throughout, you're just, it's fun to see them on screen. You're excited
it's a fun movie to watch. This movie is so fun.
Mm-hmm. A lot. It's very dense. Very, a thick movie.
It does not slow down for a second.
If anything, it speeds up and does not care that you are not paying attention.
I mean, Nicolas Cage's wife is in 3 scenes?
Yeah.
One at the beginning, and then one in the middle where they go, hey, your husband might be Goodman. And then at the end, when John Egbert reunites with his loving wife and daughter.
Yeah, they get back in the air. They're going to just find somewhere to land. And by then, the fucking police friend and police asshole have hopped in some helicopters and are chasing them down.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay, they're flying to Las Vegas. Why are they flying to Las Vegas?
I think they're more just trying to escape.
Oh yeah, they're just trying to escape. They're flying over to Las Vegas just kind of, I guess, coincidentally. Police friend and police asshole are in helicopters trying to tell them to leave. And then at this point, Nicolas Cage has been outed. So Cyrus is like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, Nicolas Cage. But Nicolas Cage fights his way to the front of the plane. He hijacks the cockpit. He locks the doors. Cyrus's gun runs out of bullets, so he can't shoot the lock. And then this is when the guard lady does the only thing in the entire movie. She hits Cyrus with a gun. She hits him with a gun. So that way she knocks him out so he can't go get another gun to blow up in the lock. So now Nicolas Cage is in the cockpit. And he gets to call police friend and say, "No, I have control of the plane
We're
now.
gonna
We're
land
good."
it. Don't shoot us, please.
And then
police asshole and police friend are back and forth hold fire, hold fire, fire, hold fire, fire. Oh my god, hold fire.
Please don't fucking shoot on this plane. And then eventually police asshole's like, fine, don't shoot on the plane, whatever.
You've convinced me. That was a good roll in that persuasion.
That was a good one. And then immediately afterwards, he was proven correct because they crashed the plane in the middle of Las Vegas and undoubtedly kill a lot of people.
Yeah, they couldn't get to an airstrip, so they just drive down the strip of Las Vegas, crashing this plane all the way through.
Yeah,
and
people definitely fucking died.
And I don't think at any point you see, a car, get, mushed under this giant plane.
Yeah, you don't see it happen, but there's no way it did it.
It was a full street before the shot when they landed.
Yeah.
And then immediately after, when they hit the ground, empty, nobody.
Oh my fucking god, this movie, man!
And they crash all the way into a hotel.
They crash into a Hard Rock Cafe, which was definitely product placement.
You see a McDonald's sign, for sure, product placement. They crash into a hotel, and everyone, I imagine any sane person's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I know how movies work. This is probably the end. The cops are gonna arrest these guys, and then we're all good, right? Like, good day, bunny in the little girl's hand." No, not at all.
Not at all.
Actually, after the crash, Cyrus finally shakes up, and
Cyrus is just fine after this plane crash, and after the plane crash, Cyrus steals a fire truck.
Yeah, he sneaks out with him and the pilot. And Diamond's Droog, they all hop into a nearby fire truck, and they fucking race through town while Nick Cage and police friend are like, "Hey, you see these police motorcycles?"
Yeah, they take the police motorcycles, and I'm like, they lead a squadron of police people also on police motorcycles, and they all get knocked off their bikes, of course. But Nicolas Cage and police friend are fine.
Yeah, because they're the main characters.
Yeah, they're main characters. They have plot armor. Nick Cage says, "Don't you have a gun? Shoot them." And the police friend says, "You got it," and proceeds to waste all of his bullets, not hitting the obvious target very in front of him.
Every single one to this completely exposed man.
Yeah. But that gives Nicolas Cage enough time to drive up underneath like the ladder or the back of the fire truck and like jump up and grab it, and then he stabs Cyrus with a stick.
Oh yeah,
What?
Cyrus found like a fire poker or something on the truck
Because
and starts
they
trying
have
to,
those in fire
trucks.
That's
whatever. A very common fire truck thing. And they just are fucking stabbing him up. He tries to stab him, but every time he tries to stab him, Nicolas Cage with one arm. Oh yeah, he got a bullet wound in a fight earlier and completely flexed it off, but he's only got one effective
I forgot that
arm.
Nicolas Cage gets his arm shot and he literally doesn't react at all.
Didn't even blink.
Did not blink.
He's like, whatever. And starts punching the dude. Oh, and then he bitch slaps Sally Can't Dance.
Oh my god, yeah, he does. Okay, maybe Nicolas Cage has a couple character flaws. He does bitch slap the arguably trans lady.
he
forgot about that.
He reeled back a fist,
reeled back
but then he was like,
punch, and then he changed it.
He was like,
Or was that him respecting her gender identity
like,
by now being sexist against her for being a woman?
Like, I wouldn't punch a woman.
Was that like...
Is that woke?
Is that woke sexism? What the fuck is this movie, man? Why did they feel the need to include that?
But Cyrus there, he's stabbing at Nick Cage with one arm hanging on, and he uses his one good arm to break the fire poker and stab Cyrus in the leg. He then monkey bars his way to the top of the fire ladder, and they start duking it out.
They're punching each other, like fighting on top of this fire truck, and the police friend jumps up on the roof behind Cyrus and
gets an axe and starts cutting into the roof of the truck. And is like, pull over.
And he fills the truck with water from itself. And then raises up the ladder. Oh my god, okay, I just remember how Cyrus dies. Okay. He raises up the ladder and Cyrus goes like through a building from being raised up the ladder, falls off, lands on power lines, gets electrocuted, then falls into a
trash quarry
area,
something weird with a conveyor belt and a smashing thing.
I don't know why that's there or how he got there in the middle of like the Las Vegas Strip, but then he lands there perfectly to get his head fucking crushed by a trash compactor, and he just gets fucking decapitated as his skull is turned into a pancake.
And that just destroys any hope of a sequel for Con Air. There's no Con Air 2 coming. Sorry, guys.
Sorry. Well, they could. I mean, they make sequels to movies like 25 years later, and then it's just like a soft reboot, basically. I think Drew Gooden did a video on that at some point.
Mm-hmm. But no. Oh, God.
No way to get a Con Air 2?
If they get a Con Air 2, it's not going to be anywhere near as good as Con Air. And I'm not going to watch it unless they cast John Egbert for the lead.
John Egbert, in-studio guest. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Do you like it?
All right, that's pretty sick. All right.
Oh, man.
That's a great suggestion, John Egbert. That's a real funny one. And then Cyrus is dead. I mean, this is it.
Yeah,
this is where it happens.
We went through all this, and we're finally here.
I almost said John Egbert. Nicolas Cage's family is there, just because I guess they just happen to be there.
Yeah,
and then
they happen to be in Las Vegas for some reason.
And he then walks up, and this is it. The music starts playing, and now we get to watch John Egbert reunite with a loving wife and daughter as Nicolas Cage hands Casey the bunny rabbit, and the music starts playing, and he goes, "How could I live just one life without you?" And he gives him the bunny, and he's like, "It's a little dirty, like my fucking heart of gold." Like Nicolas Cage, John Egbert, fuck yes, I love Homestuck, fuck yes.
Gives her that dingy bunny he pulled out of the sewer, and they hug, and credits roll. Actually, no, they don't.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right. They confirm.
First, we find what happened to the Redditor.
Well, the Redditor, he didn't actually kill that girl. That girl's fine. They made friends. And because he made friends with that little girl, creepy murder man is just like, fine.
Yeah.
That was his redemption arc, is that he was murdering, and then he made friends with a little girl and decided, I'm not going to murder anymore.
I don't want to murder people.
And now he just hangs out in Las Vegas, I guess.
Yeah. He actually, it seemed like he immediately started gambling. I don't know if there was a time skip in between the scene of like the police officer picking up the Barbie doll and being like, "This is weird to be on a plane with convicts," and then them gambling. But it seems to me like he stole somebody's coat and was like, all right, I'm trying to start gambling here since we're in this casino.
There we go. And that's the movie.
And that's the movie. Roll credits.
Wow. So John Egbert has incredible taste. This movie fucks.
Yeah, I I totally see why he's so obsessed with it.
What do I even say? What do I even say about this fucking movie? It is so... This 2 hours of movie felt less exciting than... felt more exciting than actually being on the ground in a armed conflict. There was so much happening all the time, and so many things explode.
There's so many plot threads, and like it's hard to get your
most of them don't matter.
No, it'll be like we need a reason for this to happen. So yeah, just mention earlier, like once that something happened.
This is the Kingdom Hearts of Nicolas Cage movies.
Oh man, are you gonna watch Massive Talent?
What the fuck is Massive Talent?
Oh, it's the new Nick Cage movie where he plays Nick Cage.
Oh my, we have to. We have to do another bonus GrubCast episode on Massive Talent now.
Oh man, it's probably gonna be pretty bad.
It's probably bad,
but that'll make it good.
That'll make it great. I mean, is there anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I guess just watch Con Air. It's a really fun ride.
Yes, go watch it's on Amazon Prime Video. That's how we watch it. So like if you have an Amazon Prime account or you have a friend that has one, just like it's easy. Go watch Con Air. Go do it.
Go do it immediately, and you can finally understand the weight of all these references.
Yeah, I need you to understand. Watching the movie makes the references in Homestuck genuinely like 10 times funnier. Like it's so fucking great.
Now you understand why John has such a strange love for Con Air. Isn't that right, John? Yeah.
He says yeah.
It was just yeah.
It was yeah, that's all he said. There we go. Everybody, make sure that you check out the live stream going up a little bit after this goes up. Again, 7 p.m. today, if you're watching this the day it comes out, for Homestuck Day. Happy Homestuck Day, E.T.
Happy Homestuck Day, Molten.
Fuck yeah.
You too, John.
Have fun.
We'll call you the Air
Nothing
for now.
bad will happen to you for the rest of Homestuck, I promise.
Yeah, no, I imagine you'll only have a good time. You almost died.
Yeah. Yeah, go check out the live stream, go check out the Discord server, check out the Patreon, check out the Twitter, check out ET's music. It's all in the fucking description.
Yeah, check it all out.
It's all great. It's all right there. It's so convenient. So convenient.
We're making it so easy for you, you might as well just do it.
Oh my goodness. Oh no, ET. Oh, what's this? What's this? I'm a guard on this plane, and I was just being so mean to these prisoners, and yet now one of them's on fire, and some of them have like picked the lock with like nails that they kept in their hands. Wait, that's super strange.
I checked their hands though.
Fuck.
Oh no.
We said not to bring. We didn't even talk about that one security guard guy who brought a gun on board because he just doesn't matter. Yeah. He brings a gun on board and then he dies and that's it, and then he's done. But that guy just showed up and he has a gun now and he's pointing it at me, and I don't know what to do.
Not Molten. No.
Is that your contribution? Like, what? Are you not a character on the plane?
Oh yeah, no.
Is that you? Are you the guy with the security gun?
I'm one of the guards, but I took off my guard uniform, so now I'm pretending to be a prisoner.
No, what? He's with me. Get him instead of me.
No, I'm totally a prisoner.
Shit.
I was just.
I'm gonna get executed in front of everybody for being a copper.
Kill him. Get him. I'm totally not a cop.
Oh fuck! How will I get out of this predicament? Sorry guys, you're gonna have to find out in the next episode of the GrubCast.